Hi, it's Elise here at Bowman Library with a whole new middle grade book spotlight. So this week, we are kicking off our summer reading themes. That's right, 2022 summer reading, Oceans of Possibilities, has just started. And every single week during our summer reading program, we will have a theme to explore. And I will have more details at the end for you on how you can redeem some of these activities for some awesome prizes. But our theme for this week to get us started is possibilities of adventure. That's right, we are exploring books that talk about adventure, survival, summer vacation. And what I love about this theme is it kind of opens us up to exploring different types of adventure. Because adventure, that word means different things to different people. Like for some people, an adventure could be whitewater rafting. For others, it could be riding a roller coaster. For some others, it's meeting that new friend and getting out of your comfort zone to talk to someone you've never met before. So we have 6 books that explore adventure through different means. So let's get started. Our first one is The World Between Blinks. So cousins Marisol and Jake loved going to their Nana's beach house, where she would tell them stories filled with magic and adventure. Nana, though, has passed away, and the family has gathered together to go through the house because they have to get it ready to be sold. It's just too big and too much upkeep for everyone. Marisol and Jake, they start to search through Nana's things, and they come across a map. And they decide that they are going to use this map to go on an adventure of their very own. It is while following this map, though, that the two find themselves in another world called the World Between Blinks. And this place is one that anyone or any place or anything that's gone lost in a world, like Amelia Earhart, for example, they end up in this World Between Blinks. Marisol and Jake, they know they have to get out of this place before they start losing their things like their memories, because that's what has happened to other people there. But they have no idea how they are going to do that, and they don't want to be stuck there forever. As they start to figure out their own feelings and thoughts about loss and their grief, they start to come to terms that they know what they have to do to escape this world, but it's going to be way more than what they could ever thought. This is the first in a series. This survival fantasy adventure is one that's a unique look at loss, plus what it's like to explore other worlds. This is The World Between Blinks. The Light Jar. So 11-year-old Nate finds himself on an impromptu vacation with his mother one evening, but he soon starts to realize it's not a vacation. Both he and his mother are on the run from her abusive and controlling boyfriend named Gary. They soon find a place to stay in this rundown cottage that's on the outskirts of this huge estates in the countryside. And it's not meant to be a permanent place, it's just a stopping point so they can get their thoughts and get a plan together. But Nate thinks everything's going in the right direction. The next morning, his mom announces she's going to run out and she's going to get them some food. But then the day goes by and his mom doesn't come back. And then night comes and the next day comes. And before Nate knows it, he's been at this cottage by himself for 3 days. And he starts to panic because he doesn't know what happened to his mom. He doesn't know if she went back to Gary and just left him, if Gary caught up to them. He has no idea. Knowing he needs to figure out what to do in order to survive, he knows he's going to have to let someone know he's there, but he doesn't want to because he's afraid. He then starts this tenuous friendship with this girl named Kitty who lives on the estate, and Nate will need to learn how to trust once again if he's going to truly be on his own if his mother never gets back. This realistic look at different type of survival story is one that many can relate to, and it can open your eyes to other people's situations. This is The Light Jar. Survivors! We have a big book, this one. This is filled with 23 true stories of individuals who have survived a variety of experiences. And you will be inspired by their journeys. You may not want to do what happened to them, but you'll be at least inspired to read about them. This is all from people who have survived plane crashes, to quicksand, to avalanches, and more. Again, there's 23 stories. And there's even one person in here who was stuck on a raft in the Pacific Ocean for 133 days. And lived, survived. So, some you've heard of, like Sir Ernest Shackleton and how he survived the ship being stuck in Antarctica, to others that you will know after you've read, and you can have way better appreciation for them. You will find yourself wondering what would you do if you found yourself in one of these scary situations, and would you know what it would take to survive. It's also filled with some pretty impressive illustrations. Like, look at this one. Like, look at that. It'll put you right there. I mean, like, here's someone, let me get to it, surviving an avalanche. I mean, like, not that we want to survive an avalanche, but we have to give them credit. This is survivors. Amethyst, Princess of Gem World. So this adventure-packed graphic novel is all about Amaya, who is a princess in the House of Amethyst, which is part of Gem World. She's something of a prankster, but when one goes too far, especially when she's using magic, her parents decide that she needs to learn a lesson, and they decide to send her to Earth. And the reason why they send her to Earth, because she's like grounded, because on Earth she's not allowed to use magic. She's gonna have to figure out how to live life without it. While she's only supposed to be there a week, though, she's kind of forgotten about, and before Amaya knows it, she's been on Earth for 3 years. She's forgotten anything and everything about magic, and she has no memory of her home or who she really is, that she's a princess. So she's super confused one day when a prince shows up on Earth and announces to her he's going to bring her back to Gem World, and she has no idea what is going on or what he's talking about, especially when he brings up that she should know how to use magic, and she's like, no. This magical adventure is one that will have you along with this journey with Amaya as she tries to figure out who she is and what she is, and who does she want to be? Does she want to be Amaya on Earth, or does she want to be Amaya, Princess in Gem World? This is Amethyst, Princess of Gem World. Camp murder phase. So while her parents are dealing with their divorce, Corin is sent to Camp Sweetwater for the summer. She soon becomes friends with Tez, who is chronically ill. Tez wants to be there, while Corin doesn't want to be there. So, you know, they're off to a great start already. The first night they are there, though, they both see this eerie, creepy face in the bonfire, and no one else sees it. And things just start to get creepier from there as they start to notice things that make no logical sense. But again, no one else seems to know what is going on except the two of them, which people then start to think they're a little weird and creepy. They decide they need to figure out what exactly is going on, and when they start to dig into the history of this camp and they land in the land that the camp is on, they start to realize there's way more stuff going on, and there are legitimate reasons to be scared. If you like your books with an extreme dose of creepy and scary, pick this one up today, especially if you like a good summer camp scary story. This is Camp Murder Phase. And our last one for today is As Brave as You. So 11-year-old Jeannie Harris and his older brother Ernie, they are sent from Brooklyn to go visit their grandparents, the ones on their dad's side, in rural Virginia for a month so their parents can get away for vacation. So this is going to be their summer vacation. Not really knowing their grandparents before all of this, they find themselves in for some surprises. From their grandmother's expectation that they actually do chores, to the fact that their grandfather is blind and almost completely independent though, and life can access without having access to the internet 24/7. As the summer progresses, the brothers find themselves growing and learning about themselves and the bravery that their family has gone through in family relationships, including the fact that their dad does not talk to his parents anymore. So why would they send them there? Both Jeannie and Ernie find themselves learning more about themselves and each other than they ever before, and they are tested in ways they never thought possible. This book teaches a deep meaning of the meaning of family and how important a family is to all aspects of your life. Incredible story by Jason Reynolds. If you watch enough of these, you know how much I love Jason Reynolds. Amazing story. This is As Brave as You. So these are the 6 books we have here at the library that are possibilities of adventure. So here's the deal. How this fits in with summer reading. If you watch this book talk all the way to the end, sign up for summer reading or log into your Beanstack, because we have the possibilities of an adventure badge. You need to do 3 activities to earn this badge, which will get you a ticket, which will then let you enter to win a prize. This book talk counts as one of those activities. You read one of these books or books that are under our tags or similar, that counts as another activity. Plus, make sure you are tracking your hours that you read, because for every 6 hours, you get to win another virtual ticket for a prize. Plus, you get to come to the library and pick out a free book that you get to keep, that you get to choose. And what could be better? You read to get books. I mean, who doesn't love a good book, especially if you're watching this? So, come down to the library, check out one of these, ask us your summer reading questions. If you need help signing up, that's what we're here for. We encourage you to join us, though, this year with our oceans of possibilities. I hope you tune back next week. We have a whole new middle grade book spotlight with another one of our summer reading themes, which will then help you get our next badge in our series. Tune back next week, and I hope you have an amazing week.